what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be running through some kayak storage options for you guys. And this is going to allow you a bunch of storage room and also a bunch of rod storage. So you can bring out everything you're going to need, and I overpack every single trip. So if this can fit everything I need, then I assure you it'll do the same for you. And we're working on a Slayer Propel 10. So this is a 10-foot boat, very small. The odds are you guys have a bigger kayak than me if you're kayak bass fishing already. So let's get into it. All right, so I'm gonna take everything out and then I'll show you guys the crate itself. All right, so this is what you guys are gonna need first of all from Office Depot, $15, $16 with tax. This crate. I'll have the measurements described down in the description below, but it's a very big crate. Most of the standard milk crates are gonna be about 2 inches more narrow. You know, this is like a 16 wide. That's pretty wide. The standard's around 13 or so. So this is gonna be like your deluxe option for storage. If you guys really wanna store a lot, get this crate. And I would recommend going bigger in the first place with your storage needs, because eventually you'll require more items on the water. That's just how it goes. If you guys fish, you know how it goes. So start bigger, that way you don't have to upsize later. Like I said, 6 rod holders, 2 sets of 3. I got them from Scheels.com, S-C-H-E-E-L-S, Scheels. It's a 3-piece, order 2 of them. 1 goes on each side, and then these guys are secured with a nut and a washer. And then I zip tied on the bottom just to get those more secure, so those aren't going anywhere. Now, the only other addition to this milk crate that I've done myself is risers. So if you guys can see that, those are in the hard to find drawer in the hardware section of your local Lowe's or Home Depot if you guys have them. I always struggle to find them. They are officially test tube plugs. They're in the hard to find section, so don't be surprised if you can't find them, but those are just rubber stops, and then I've put a screw through the bottom and then up through the milk carton into a nut that locks the screw in. So those risers, I'll show you the purpose of those in a second, but those are to get grip on the bottom of the boat so it doesn't move, and also to rise the carton up above my rudder control, because I want this crate as far back in the kayak as possible for one reason, and I'll show you guys that. So my initial idea was to have this crate go right here up against the back of my seat so I could just reach behind me and grab whatever I need. But then I realized I've got a sidekick, the native sidekick wheel coming. The purpose is to basically cart the kayak on wheels to the lake or the ramp. But those wheels require a bracket. The native sidekick hardware comes with a bracket that has to go on the gear track, and preferably up towards the middle of the boat so you're not putting all of the pressure on the back of the gear track and the back of the boat. So I need that bracket for the wheels to go up here closer to the back seat, but that wouldn't allow me to put this crate all the way up here. But what's the problem moving it back? The rudder control. Thus, these rubber risers bring it up above the rudder control. So if I move the crate back, it would cover the rudder control and I couldn't, steer the boat. So those risers bring this crate up and allow me to put the crate all the way back. And now we've cleared up this part of the gear track so I can put those wheels when they come in. Now, what do I put in the crate itself? Let's move on to that. So my ideal setup for storage in this fishing kayak is 1 whole container for plastics. You guys can configure this kind of however you want, but this is the best system I've come up with. I'm a simple dude. I don't like to make things too complicated, so if you follow my formula, life will be a little bit easier on the water. These guys measure 14 long, 7 wide, and 4 high. And this crate will fit 2 of these perfectly flush. So 1 goes in there. Got another one for pliers, line, sunscreen, all that good stuff. Same exact measurements. That goes in above that. So you've got 2, comes perfectly flush to the top of the crate. Fits like a glove. Like that's serious. Awesome. And then as I said before, you've got the Plano 3740, I believe is the model number. Pretty standard Plano box, waterproof of course. All of this is waterproof, by the way, so that also adds to the appeal of this setup. 2 of these Plano boxes will fit nice and snug in there. At the moment I've just got a smaller Plano box, but demonstrates the same thing. So you can see how that fits so perfectly. And then just imagine you've got 6 rods there. This Scheels rod holder, they each come with little inserts so you can kind of hang your spinner baits and jigs and whatever you want to use for the day on the edges of this, so you don't have to dig in the tackle box. And this setup is just freaking perfect. Like I said, moves over the back. The risers keep it above the rudder. You've got all that room for whatever else you want to bring. I'm freed up on the rod holders on the boat, the stock ones, so that I can put a net in those holes. And I mean, this is just a great setup for me. So hopefully this works for you. Thanks for watching.